Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the American Farm. Alright. I feel like it's been a while since I've recorded. I guess it has been. I find myself keep doing like recording like 6 episodes at once and then not recording during the week and then play some other game sort of idea. Don't know why. So it always feels like a really long time between the time I record. Right now it does, at least. That's just the way I've been doing it. So, anyways, this is what we got going on today. We have our soybeans ready to be harvested with our John Deere. So I brought the header trailer over here with our Ford. So we're going to go ahead and hook that up. Let me just fire up the Ford so I can detach the header trailer, or the header I should say. Because you need to have a vehicle running in order for it to be able to detach. I discovered a while ago. I need to be careful because this combine does have wheel wheels on it, so need to be careful about that. Here we go. Let's hook that up. Come over here and detach it, because if you don't, it'll just be ugly, basically. Perfect. All right. So what field is this? I forget. It is field 8, so I'm pretty sure I already have a course laid out for field 8, yes. And we are at the southeast, heading north, and return to first point, yeah, sure. And there we go, perfect. Alright, so we're reading some of the comments from previous episodes. A lot of people asking me for links as to where I got some of my mods. As I've mentioned previously, most of the mods I get are all from FS-UK, or they're from LS 2013 or Mod Hoster, how you want to say that. It really depends on what I'm looking for. Alright, so we need to set up a new, we just need to get the unloading tractor, else that's gonna fill up quickly, I imagine. All right. So we have that, and we have 95 pigs. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell 100 pigs again, and we're gonna try and buy a field today as well. So we have a few things going on all at once. I've left my corn header right there unused because I really didn't like using it. Let's just say that. Not with courseplay, at least I didn't like it, but as a hired worker it worked fine. So alright, so let's go ahead and pick this up. Actually, you know what, yes, let's do something else. I'm gonna keep that trailer just so I can use it for some other random things I may have, but I believe I had a suggestion to upgrade this trailer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I don't want anything too big, and because all our fields are around our farm still, I'm going to stick with a gravity wagon or something like that. How much do these hold? 25, and the other one holds 29,000. I just don't like the way they look for driving on the fields. So what I think I'm going to do is, I've had the gravity wagons before though, and I've had these ones before too. Actually, I had them in. I had one when on the newbie farm, I should say. Is there anyone I haven't had? I don't think so. Yeah, I've taken out some of the mods because it would just take it forever to load up the. The map. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade. So we're gonna go up to 23,900 liters, and luckily our tractor has 196 horsepower, so this will work fine. I'm gonna get a blue one. So I believe it was Thanks Long Haul. I believe that's how you say it. That was his call sign, and he suggested that I pick up a new trailer. There you go, buddy. Picked it up. It has 10,000, almost 10,000 more liters. And it looks way cooler, so. Alright, that's field 8 over there. Field 8, unload. There we are. So we're going to set this guy up. Hopefully that combine doesn't get stuck anytime soon. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that actually matches pretty good. So this is the same one we had on the Serbian farm. I really like these models. They're really nice. So I kind of have the habit of going back to what works and what I like, and whether it's a good mod or not. And that's a nice mod. So I actually haven't found too many new mods, to be honest with you. Like good new mods, I'll say, because a lot of them have been pretty mediocre, which is unfortunate because that's where this game really thrives, is on the mod scene. So, and perhaps it's because we're in 2014 and people are expecting the next game to come out soon, and that's possibly why people aren't all gung-ho for it. So perfect, he's working well, let him do his thing. So yeah, so I haven't found too many new mods, to be honest with you. So it kind of makes me a bit sad, but that's the way the game goes, I guess. That's where the cookie crumbles. Or insert funny line here. All right, so what do we have next? So we have 286. Actually, there was one other thing I wanted to do. Wow, we're missing a lot there, but we're not hitting any trees. So we actually haven't used this class Jaguar 980, and it's just sitting there. And we bought it originally because we got a surplus of money, and we have a crazy amount of silage now. So if we do need silage again, I will probably not use this. Obviously, I'll use something else. But because we don't need it, we're gonna go ahead and sell that as well. So we got 72 grand from that and 21 grand from that. So we're up to $380,000, which is fantastic. Apparently, I still have a loan. I should probably pay that off at some point, but not yet. So we can buy a new field. What fields do we have options? 14, 18, 23. Ooh, 23 is kind of big, actually. 23. How much is 23? 23 is 287,000. A little bit far away, though, which is going to be a problem. Because that will mean we need an overloader. Maybe. Maybe not. It looks like it's a little far away. What about 9? 9's 195,000. What to do? Well, we could get 9's 195. Well, I have that drainage pipe right there. That's annoying. 18, which is 1,874. Could get one of these ones over here, but they are on a huge hill. That's not so much fun to use. I think we'll wait on that, actually. Yeah, I think we do need 4 fields, though. That was part of one of the goals we set for ourselves. So I kind of need another field. 22 could work, actually, and I can just 23. How much was 23? 287,000. You know what we'll do first? Let's go scope it out. I'm just going to tab back to my fort here. Let's go scope out field 23. Now, some people were asking if I would do show you some people how to adjust the speed on the truck here. I can do that, but I'm not really an expert at all when it comes to you doing this. I basically just did it for trial and error. That's how I kind of figured out how it worked. 18. So 18 has this little chunk right here. And then it has this nice big square in the back here. It is kind of far away, and this is 23 on this side. 18 could work for some things. 23 is enormous. I don't mind that. That's a pretty big field, jeez. This is all 23 on my right here. That's pretty big. And then this is the end of 23. don't know, that's pretty big. But we do need another field. So 18, okay, here's the thought pattern that's going through my head right now. 18 would be nice because it's closer. And it has that little strip that we could theoretically do like sugar beets or something on. Do I have any eggs on me? Yes, let's go take the eggs because we're already half there. So 18 would be nice because I could do sugar beet, something in that little tiny strip at the end there. Or I could just tag it onto field 13. Or field 23 would be nice because it's square. Whoa. So it's still... This truck's a little bit light on its feet sometimes, so I think I need to go into the i3D file and adjust that, but I would have to look that up to be honest with you. And this is what some of the fields in the back look like. So this is 21 on the right. Look how hilly it is here. It's crazy. It's madness. But it is pretty cool. And that's what real life's like too. So gotta keep that in mind. This is 20. This would be way too far away. But because I did mod this truck, I should say, it does travel a little bit faster, I think, than the stock model you get. Might as well fill the truck up while we're here. Alright, so let's go sell the eggs. Which I believe are somewhere around here. Is it up here? No. Gotta find the eggs. I think I've only sold the eggs once. Once that I can remember, at least. Or is it in the front? I just drove right past it. No, it's right back here. Like most of the buildings, it's in the back for selling the eggs. Alright, good. Now we're not carrying 100 eggs on us. So that's the feeling between like 18 and 23. 23 is nice because it's big and square. 23 is nice because it's big and square, and 18 has that little strip we could do root crops on or something like that. So that would be the other possibility. I suppose I should have turned the truck off first. Jeez. Alright. So that's the thought behind that. Now I've done root crops before, and the only reason we would want to do root crops is because, well, they are worth a lot actually on this map in comparison to other maps. And the other nice thing about them is that it would increase our productivity of our sheep, which could be a nice little benefit, but not necessary. So I don't know. Let me show you field 16, just right back in here. It's a really cool looking field actually. When I first checked out this map, that was one of the fields I started harvesting on. It was just, I had the fences on too, and it was crazy. And it has soybeans on it, but it's, as you can see, it's pretty hilly on that one. It goes pretty high up there in the hill. It's got a nice big ridge on it. And that is close. Goodbye that. But I have to be careful of those trees though. And not driving into the creek. Sheesh. Where's that bridge? Oh, it's up here. Alright, so that's the other field we could theoretically get. So it's right here. So that's one of the other options. Whoa! And we have corn here. It's still a little light. I don't drive this too much, but right, it's funny because there's a certain area where it really picks up. It's like in the top third quarter of the RPMs on this truck. It just lights up, and by lights up I mean it just goes really fast. And our combine's stuck, it looks like. So those are the options I'm considering. Let's turn this off. Hop over to the combine because apparently people don't know how to drive. Go, 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 go. There we go. I wouldn't normally do that, but I don't think it's going to matter what I do. It's going to get stuck, so. And in real life, if someone was actually driving the tractor, they would not run into a $400,000 combine. Just saying. Oops. There we go. Alright. So, the other thing I was thinking about was upgrading our tractor and seeder. I don't know if we have enough money. Let's just take a quick little peek. Because if we do get one of those other fields... Oh, it's even on sale. I'm totally going to buy it now. Done. That was a much quicker decision than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to buy that, and let's see what this sprayer is like. So it's 131,000. So we still have 76,000 left. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive our case to the farm shop so we can sell it. I'm kind of curious, actually. I'm not sure how you would actually get this type of a huge equipment to your... I don't know how you would actually get it from the farm shop to your house, like in real life. Seriously, like think about that. Like, how would you do that? Because this equipment is enormous. Like, it looks small in this game, but in real life, this is an enormous piece of machinery. So maybe they truck it? I'm not sure. Oh, is it really not going to hook up there? Come on now. This is the hardest part, is getting it hooked up properly. I think we got it this time, though. It's got to take it slow, basically. And apparently I didn't get it. Straighten it out. Maybe I'm just not backing up far enough, I don't know. Oh, there we go. So we're just going to drive this to the farm shop. You know, just a casual drive. With your Case Steiger 500 and your seeder. Interestingly enough, actually, I was reading the Farmer's Forum, most recent edition. This would be the January edition, and the Case Steigers, I think it's the 620 quad tracks, actually won an award for best tractor, I think it was, best tractor in the extra large category, and it was due to the fact that the Case Steiger quad tracks have really good not ground clearance. Really, they don't compact the soil nearly as much as other tractors in its category. So actually won for that. And because it is running on tracks and not tires, it has better traction as well, which is really cool. So that was the Case Steiger 600 or 620, I think it was. So it's pretty cool, actually. I was like, hey, we have those in Farming Simulator. I've never seen one in real life. Not a Case Steiger. Have I? No, I've seen a Challenger. One of the Challenger on tracks. I went to the Ottawa Farm Show a while back and they had one there. I wish this had in-cab sound. Jeez. I went to the Ottawa Farm Show a while back and they had them there. And they were super cool. So, the inside of new tractors these days, it's just ridiculous. Like, the amount of technology in them is just phenomenal. So, because we do have, this is a little side note, because we do have this new seeder and air cart, it does mean something else, and that something else is we need the John Deere tractor, Duke's John Deere tractor, because that is the only one that will work. Only one that I know of that will work with his mod. Alright, I think that's in there. Let's just pull that forward a little bit more. And let's just see if we can sell it right from here. Yes, perfect. Yes, I want to sell that. And once we sell this tractor, so the only reason I'm not keeping this tractor is just because the way it's modded, honestly. As I mentioned in previous episodes, that's the only reason I'm not keeping it. Actually, what could I use this for? Because I have enough. I'm just debating because I actually have enough money. Ow, just hit my elbow. I actually have enough money for. Where is it? The John Deere 9630, which is right here, and that will leave me with 10 grand still. I don't know if these ones, I think, will work with it. I think. I just don't like the way they act, so. I'm not sure. But we need to buy this anyway, so let's just buy it. I know, I think Duke did have some cases that were, that he modded. I just don't have those mods anymore, else I might have gotten that. What can we use this tractor for? Because we have, let's just take a quick peek of what tractors we actually own. Because if we do want to get into some other stuff, so we have the Farmall, which is for our mixing station. We have our John Deere front loader, our John Deere 9630. Wow, I'm sorry guys, I didn't really mean to get all John Deere like that, but I just like this particular mod, and this is the only one that I know that will work for sure with Dukes. And then we have the New Holland and the New Holland. I'm gonna sell it. I don't think we need it at this time. And if I were to get another tractor, I would think I would try and get the I don't know what other tractor I could even get. Anyways, so if you haven't seen this, this is the John Deere 9630. This is Duke's version. A little slightly less polished than the other versions on FS-UK, but definitely functional. It works. It's not necessarily the prettiest tractor, but it'll get the job done, and that's what you need. And it does for sure have an acceleration like a bat out of hell. Also, if you've ever seen, I don't know, for people who are younger, they probably never heard of Meatloaf, but for those people, the older people maybe, there is an old album by Meatloaf called Bat Out of Hell, which was like his most famous album, I believe. Don't quote me on that because I don't know Meatloaf that well, but I'm pretty sure that was his most popular album. Anyways, let's take a quick look while we block the road here. This is the Cedar. This is Duke's Case IH Precision Air Cedar. Has a little bit of funny graphics there, but it does work. And this is the air cart. Yeah, the air cart that goes with it. So we still have 144,000. So we need to drive this back. So if I were to try to do the same thing with the case, it would not work. The case just isn't heavy enough. I actually tried off screen, and it would lift it off the ground quite a bit. Like you could, if you look carefully, this one does lift off the ground, but not nearly as much as that one. Let's drive on the side of the road here. So there we go. We reached another one of our goals, which is to get the Precision Air Cart and the Precision Air Cedar, which is good. And I believe this is a 20-meter cedar, believe it or not. So it's an enormous cedar. So the other one was, I think, 12 meters. This has another 5 meters on it. So if you go by feet, 5 times, I think, was it 3? Or an extra 15 feet, I guess it is. Something like that. I don't know. These days we use calculators for everything, trying to figure this stuff out. So, alright, so we have our air cart, which is good, and we also have our Precision Air Cedar. I'm so happy about that. This is going to be the first time I've actually used this in a Let's Play. I was going to get it on the Serbian farm, but it just did not fit in on the Serbian farm at all. It wasn't open enough, is what it really boiled down to. So that was the reason why I never picked it up. This map, however, without the fences, of course, is more than open enough to deal with any kind of funny business. Now, if this does work properly, I should, this is me doing quotation marks, should be able to horseplay this, no problem. And I think it will have enough quantity to do both. So I don't need to say anything. I don't know why I'm bringing it over here. I guess I'm just filling it up. And that's a good reason, actually, not to... That's a very good reason not to buy anything else, because I do need to fill it up, and it is a bit of a pig. But I did have a more realistic mod before, so that's probably part of the reason why it was so crazy. So I'm just going to leave this here for the time being. Let's put that in Group 6. Does it really need to be refueled? Jeez. I wonder how low it is. Oh, not that low. It should be okay. I'll just leave it there for the time being. Alright, so the next thing we need to do, which was on the list of things to do, is... I noticed we had some crop. What do we have? A little bit of barley, a little bit of corn. Corn does not sell worth anything on this map. With a more realistic mod on, the corn sold like there was no tomorrow, and it was seemed like such a high price. But in this map, not so much. So I'm gonna try and avoid harvesting corn like that too often. But barley does all right. Basically, on this particular map, your money crops are going to be soybeans. Actually, oats is where it's at on this map, which is kind of strange. When I played on the newbie farm, oats was like the last one you wanted, basically. So, and actually, some people have been suggesting that I go back to the newbie farm for season 5, using version 5 of the map. That's a possibility. It is a possibility. I don't know yet. I haven't chosen a map yet, I'll be honest with you. Today is January 18th, in case you're wondering, so I haven't chosen a map yet. But I've been keeping an eye out. I think this will be episode 22, 23 of this map, I think. And I think I will keep playing this map for a few more episodes because there's still a few things we haven't gotten done yet. I try to aim for 20, but I'm not as strict as Dirt Tybers is, and he sticks to 20 really, really, well, even this, I guess, yeah, he sticks to it quite closely, so, but I'm a little bit more flexible, just the way I am. So let's fill up these pigs. Perfect, look at that, just bump right up against there. You could do that every single time. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do a couple more episodes of this. If I remember correctly, one of the goals was to get 4 fields. We still don't have 4 fields yet, so we still need to do that technically before we move on. We could just buy 22, which is 135. That's funny. We're not going to yet. I think I'm gonna aim for 23. I like that field, like the size of that field. So I think I might aim for that. And that was one of the things. And the other thing, of course, was to try and get solar panels as well. We still haven't got any solar panels, so. But we have got bee houses. I think it was Cody Goes Crazy said I should get some bee houses. Well, Cody, this is just for you. I'm going to walk over to the bee houses right now and show you that we do, in fact, have some bee houses right here in the back. Just jump over the fence, because I am a professional hurdler, if you didn't know. So here are our bees in the back. We got 5 bee houses right in the back. The cows don't mind, luckily. They don't usually come back here, so they're okay with it. But we do have 5 bee houses. There you go. So, which is good. And it gives us a little bit of extra cash every little now and then, which is nice. We're up to 30 cows. We're at 110% productivity. I wish I could tell how much our income was. Oh my gosh, look how much we spent in the last couple of days. That's ridiculous. But we did make 434,000 the other day, apparently. No, we can't tell. Alright, so our pigs are all loaded up, so let's go ahead and take a drive with our pigs to sell them. And I think I'm gonna buy some more cows, actually. I think 30 is just not quite the number I want to hit on this farm, so let's try and what are we gonna go to? 40. Let's do 50. Perfect. So they do need some straw. Oh, okay. But cows are really nice on this map, and I just we have a big enough pasture on this map for a few more cows, so it's not a big deal. When we were playing on the Serbian farm, we were a little bit more limited in our pasture, and 100 cows or 50 cows was even pushing it a little bit. So, actually, in real life, a little bit of a side note here: if you have like a 100 cow dairy farm, that's actually a pretty big operation. I wouldn't say it's enormous, but it is fairly large, because if you have 100 milking cows, you don't have only 100 cows. You have 100 milking cows and most likely 100 other cows that aren't being milked. Because the way, of course, you have to get your cows to milk, or to be able to milk, is they have to give birth to a calf, of course, so they do produce milk. So in order to keep them, you know, yeah, it's like a rotation basically. I don't know it very well because I don't know too many dairy farmers, but basically that's what they have to do. So theoretically, if we had 50 cows right now, we would probably only be milking 25 in reality, because you wouldn't be milking all your cows because, first off, they can't all be pregnant at the same time like that, most likely, and they can't always give births. There is a period where they have to actually, you know, mature and whatnot, so things to keep in mind. But actually, I feel for a lot of the dairy farmers out there this winter, depending where they are, because there were some really big cold snaps up here in Ontario, at least. I think, what was it, 2 weeks ago maybe, we got down to minus, I think it was minus 25, minus 29 Celsius, not Fahrenheit. In Fahrenheit, I have no idea what that is. So it got pretty darn cold out there, and those farmers out in those conditions were making sure their animals were well fed and making sure that they were safe and whatnot. So I really I salute you is what I'm trying to say, I guess, because it's not easy when you have any kind of animals, not necessarily just farm, or not necessarily just cows. So this will give us a nice little injection of money to bring us back up a little bit, and we could sell our manure. And I seem to recall there being a great demand for manure coming up in 3 days, and soybeans in 3 days apparently. Oh, okay. And barley. We don't have any barley. Do we have any barley planted? I don't remember. It has been a while. Canola and corn. No barley. Well then, I guess we can't capitalize on the barley. Maybe we could. 4 days. It's funny, in this game, 4 days is like, bloop, nothing. I probably shouldn't snap my fingers like that. But you get the idea. Alright, so, dealt with those pigs finally, which is good. Trying to keep them under 100 so they don't get too crazy. The liquid slurry does not really give you that much money. It's almost not worth, wasn't worth buying the trailer for it, but it's actually more efficient to use it. But in this case, I think it would actually be, we would have to produce a lot more because the size of the fields we have. Like if we had larger fields, then maybe, larger fields. If we had smaller fields, maybe it would be okay, but at this juncture, having as many fields as we do and the size of fields, no way. No way we'd be able to keep up with that. Not with slurry, at least. Not even with manure and slurry combined, I don't think. Alright. Perfect. It's cool. I was reading the Farmers Forum again. Whenever I get at the starting of the month, it's always interesting to see what's out there and what's going on. But we had, I think it was in Renfrew County, which is not too far from Ottawa. They had the best beef cows in Ontario, I think it was. They're called Charolais. They're white, I think they are, white golden color. And I believe they were the best beef cows in Ontario, or so they claimed. So that was pretty sweet. So if you are from that neck of the woods, congratulations, I guess. I don't know how many people are in Renfrew, but, or Renfrew County, I should say, not Renfrew itself. Alright, so that put us up to 116,000. Well, that's not too bad at all, actually. This is good. We have no pigs at the moment, but I'm sure we will get enough pigs soon enough because they reproduce like there is no tomorrow. Alright. Perfect. Let's put our pig trailer away, and then we shall move on to the next task. I gotta try and keep these episodes in around 30 minutes at around that time frame, because I just get carried away so easily, and it's like, oh look, there's 40 minutes gone by, which is kind of funny actually. So maybe what we'll do is, I'm not sure how long this has been. If it's been under 30 minutes, I apologize. If it's been over 30 minutes, well, that's just the way I am. So we're gonna try and keep it around this area. So what I'll do is I'll stop the episode there for now, because we did quite a lot this episode actually. So we're harvesting the soybeans out there, and we sold our pigs. And we picked up 2 new pieces of equipment. So what I will do is I will finish harvesting the soybeans off camera. And maybe I'll just start recording right away, right after, even though the soybeans won't be finished. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. So we'll finish harvesting the soybeans off camera, and then we will go on from there. And the next episode, probably what we'll do is we'll harvest our other fields, so our canola and our corn. So that's what we'll do next episode, probably just the canola, to be honest with you, and then we'll come back and check that out. Alright, so my name's Ian Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013 on the American Farm. Alright guys, catch you guys later.